Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's look, I'm going to be doing this half burn, half glam makeup tutorial for Halloween. This video was inspired by this other YouTuber. I'll link his video down below. His is really good. It's pretty much the same thing. I did the same thing that he did. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and let's get started. So first off, I'm going to be applying Maybelline's Eye Studio Gel Liner in the shade Blackest Black all over my lid and my under eye to use as a base for the black eyeshadow I'm going to go in with next. I'm applying this before the latex just to make sure like it just goes on smoother, because I feel like with the latex it's just going to like be really bumpy because of all the tissue paper and all that jazz. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it can be as messy as you like it to be, because either way latex is going to go right on top of it. Then I'm going to be applying the same liner on my waterline, and I'm tugging them to my eyes, which is something to avoid. Now I'm going to go in with this Makeup Geek eyeshadow in the shade Corrupt and applying that all over where I put the gel liner just to darken it up. Then I'm going to be going in with some lip Vaseline because I didn't have regular one. Either one can work. This is just basically to avoid the latex from pulling onto the hair when you remove it. This is an essential step because otherwise you're going to remove all the hair on your face. Then I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Ebony, but like that does not matter because I'm just using this to outline where I want the burn to be. This is actually a very optional step because like it does help, but honestly like you're going to be blending that with the rest of the face and the blood, so it doesn't really matter. And then I'm going to be tearing up some tissue paper. So it usually comes like folded together, so basically I'm just separating it and just making sure it's one layer of tissue paper, because once you apply it to your face it's just gonna fall off and it's just gonna make things messier than they already are, which we don't need. And I'm just gonna be tearing that apart into little pieces. Now I'm gonna be taking some liquid latex, which you can find at any store. I found mine at Party City, so any like party supply store or anything that sells Halloween costumes, that should be there. Then I'm going to start gluing tissue paper onto my face. So the latex pretty much works as glue, and then the tissue paper is what you put on top of it. That's literally all you're doing for the first step of the look. It's really easy, like there's no other way to explain it. All you're doing is applying some latex and putting some tissue paper right before it dries. I'm going to do that all over my face, and then I'm going to layer some more on top of it, and then I'm going to put some more latex on the parts that like stay up and all that jazz. So on the parts that stick out like that, I'm literally just taking a good amount of latex and then just gluing it down and placing the latex on top of those like loose tissue papers. And then I'm going to do the same thing I did to my face, down my neck like I'm showing here. And a tip that the guy gave from the video I watched was to make sure to set the paper down with enough latex, because if you don't put enough latex in the sponge, when you go set it down, you're basically just going to pull onto the tissue paper and it's just going to fall apart. Here I'm basically just layering more tissue paper just to make sure when I go and apply texture, like everything just doesn't fall apart. I'm just making sure it's not too thin of a layer of tissue. And I'm just going to add some final steps to it. Here I'm basically just doing some face expressions so it doesn't dry completely solid and I can move my face around. And to add some texture, I'm taking some tweezers and then just pulling the paper apart. Basically making like holes and like craters, you can call them, I guess. And also I'm not poking my skin, I'm literally just poking the thicker parts of the layers of the paper. And yeah, by that you're just adding more of like a skin burn type of look to it. And then I'm adding some cotton balls for even more texture. And down my neck as well. And then applying some latex. For here, I didn't use that much latex because I kind of wanted the cotton balls to pull apart, just so they resemble like a tendony type of look. And then I'm just going to be pulling the tissue paper and the cotton balls apart to just resemble some more texture. Then I'm going to be taking my foundation. Just find a foundation that just matches your skin color, or at least like the other side of your face, and applying that all over the tissue paper just to make it resemble skin. And yeah, I'm just going to apply that all over it and try to cover it as much as I possibly can and avoid leaving like white spaces, because that's what's going to give the look away. Like if you see the white, it's kind of gonna resemble tissue papers. Now I'm gonna be taking some fake drying blood and a stipple sponge and basically just apply this all over my face. These two products I found also at Party City, and I'm sure you can easily find it at any craft store. And I'm just gonna apply that all over my face, just like I'm showing here, and blend it down my neck. Basically all you have to do is stipple, stipple, stipple all over the face and make sure that's nice and covered. And with this blood, I find that it dries a little bit lighter than obviously how it goes on, so that requires a bunch of layers. And I'm going to take some more of that black shadow and apply that all over around the eye area and down the nose to kind of contour. Also, with the sponge, I'm going to be using that to blend the black shadow even more onto the skin and applying that right under my cheekbones to give it that contour effect again. And I'm also applying that on my jawline, just like that, to just give that all that burned, charred type effect. Now I'm going to be taking some gel blood. This is kind of just like a gooey blood, and if you squish it, it just comes out to be like kind of like a wine color type thing. And I'm just going to apply that all over it, just pretty much blending the two sides together. And yeah, around my mouth and all that. Now I'm going to be taking Milani's liquid lipstick in the shade Devotion, which is just like kind of like a wine red type thing, and applying that anywhere where I see too much white, just to not give away the fact that it is tissue paper. And I'm going to also apply that on my lips, and I'm just kind of going to blend that out all messy. And I'm going to be taking some more of that fake drying blood and applying that, but this time not blending it out so much, but just basically stippling it onto my skin. And yeah. And then I'm going to take some more of that black shadow and basically just covering the parts that I didn't cover before and making it look very realistic and burnt. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is just a close-up of what the tissue paper looks like on the face. And yeah, I hope you guys have a safe and happy Halloween. As always, the products will be listed down below. Comment and like to give me some feedback, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching.